mistake made by fatal influence tonight.
Here are your winners, the team of the WWE.
The WWE Universe has been rocked to its core by a revelation so explosive that it threatens to shake the very foundation of the women's division. In a recent interview that has sent shockwaves across the wrestling world, Bianca Belair, one of WWE's most beloved and talented superstars, made an accusation that could alter the landscape of professional wrestling forever. According to Bianca, Rhea Ripley, the leader of Judgment Day, is the mastermind behind the brutal attack on Jade Cargill, a rising star who was recently blindsided and left injured for weeks. Jade Cargill, who has rapidly ascended to superstardom thanks to her raw athleticism, undeniable charisma, and fierce persona, was expected to be a cornerstone of WWE's future. From the moment she stepped onto the scene, Cargill made it clear she wasn't here to play around. She was here to dominate. But Jade's meteoric rise came to an abrupt halt when she was blindsided in a savage attack that left her unable to compete for weeks. The incident was immediately shrouded in mystery, with speculation running rampant across the WWE Universe. Fans and fellow superstars alike were desperate to uncover the identity of the person, or people, who had orchestrated such a heinous act. The usual suspects were thrown into the mix, but no one could have predicted the bombshell that Bianca Belair dropped during a sit-down interview that will forever change the trajectory of WWE's women's division. Known for her incredible strength, athleticism, and fierce dedication to the craft, Bianca Belair has always been a straight shooter. So when she came forward with her accusation, there was no sugarcoating it. She named Rhea Ripley as the person responsible for the attack on Jade Cargill. With an intense look in her eyes, Bianca explained how she came to this conclusion, one that would send shockwaves throughout the WWE Universe. "For weeks I've had a bad feeling about this," Bianca began, her voice steady yet filled with conviction. "I overheard things. I saw certain looks in the locker room, but I stayed silent because I didn't have the proof. But now, I'm done staying quiet. Rhea Ripley did this. She attacked Jade Cargill, and it's time the truth comes to light." Her words were met with gasps of disbelief from the interviewers, and the WWE Universe was immediately set ablaze. This was not just a random accusation. Bianca's statement was based on a series of cryptic conversations and strange interactions with Rhea that, in hindsight, pointed directly to her involvement. Bianca recounted a particularly chilling moment backstage, where Rhea Ripley had made cryptic comments about wanting to shake things up in the women's division. At the time, Bianca didn't think much of it. After all, Rhea Ripley is known for her bold attitude and her willingness to rattle the cage. But looking back, Bianca now believes those comments were a veiled threat aimed at Jade. Bianca went on to explain, "Rhea said something that at the time I brushed off. She said, 'I think I'm untouchable, but no one is invincible.' I thought it was just a boast about an upcoming match. But now, I see it for what it was, a warning to Jade. She was setting the stage for something darker." Jade Cargill's brutal attack had been one of the most shocking moments in WWE history. The powerhouse, known for her incredible strength and charisma, was left motionless in the ring after a vicious assault that had fans and fellow superstars alike questioning who could be responsible. Jade had been climbing the ranks of WWE, her undefeated streak quickly becoming the stuff of legend. She had the aura of a future champion, and the WWE Universe had embraced her as one of the brightest stars in the women's division. But just as it seemed like Jade was on the verge of greatness, she was blindsided. A vicious attack that left her injured and sidelined for weeks sparked an intense investigation. WWE officials scrambled to find the culprit, but no one could pinpoint who was behind the attack. For weeks, the mystery surrounding Jade's assault remained unsolved. Theories and rumors spread like wildfire. Could it have been a jealous rival? Or someone looking to make a name for themselves by taking down a rising star? Was it a conspiracy, or just a random act of violence? But the silence was shattered when Bianca Belair took to social media, confirming the suspicions many had been harboring all along. Bianca's allegations weren't made on a whim. She didn't just make a bold claim and leave it at that. She brought evidence evidence that tied Rhea Ripley to the attack in a way that couldn't be ignored. There were moments backstage, Bianca explained, when I saw Rhea and Jade having heated exchanges. Tensions were high, and I noticed Rhea acting strangely around Jade. At the time, I thought it was just competition. But now I see the bigger picture. This wasn't just competition. It was something much darker. Rhea wanted Jade gone, and she made sure that happened. Bianca's words were backed by her own experiences and observations over the weeks leading up to Jade's attack. Rhea Ripley, a woman known for her no-nonsense attitude and her leadership role within Judgment Day, had been making bold statements about the future of the division. She had always been a polarizing figure, unafraid to step on anyone in her path. But now, those statements, coupled with Bianca's own suspicions, painted a chilling picture of someone willing to take extreme measures to eliminate a threat. Rhea is someone who thrives on power and control, Bianca continued. She'll do anything to stay on top. And if Jade was threatening that, she'd stop at nothing to take her down. That's exactly what I think happened here. The response to Bianca's claims was immediate, with fans flooding social media to share their thoughts. Many expressed support for Bianca, applauding her bravery for calling out someone as dangerous and unpredictable as Rhea Ripley. Bianca, known for her unwavering honesty and fierce determination, has always been a fan favorite. But this bold move to accuse Rhea Ripley of such a grave act put her in direct conflict with one of the most feared women in the business. Bianca is brave, one fan wrote on Twitter. To take on Rhea Ripley is no small feat, but if anyone can handle it, it's the EST of WWE. Let's go, Bianca. Others, however, were skeptical. Some questioned Bianca's motives, wondering if there was some personal vendetta driving her to make such a serious accusation. Could there be something more at play here? Is Bianca trying to divide the locker room or shift the focus away from her own ambitions? After all, Rhea Ripley is not just a threat to Jade. She's a threat to anyone who stands in her way. Fans were torn between those who supported Bianca's allegations and those who found it hard to believe that someone as respected and powerful as Rhea Ripley could be behind something so calculated and brutal. As of now, Rhea Ripley has yet to respond to Bianca Belair's explosive claims. Known for her unrelenting attitude and fearless persona, Rhea has often confronted her critics head-on. Her silence in the face of such a serious accusation has left fans wondering what she's thinking. Is she simply biding her time, preparing her defense? Or is the silence an admission of guilt? One thing is certain. The longer Rhea remains silent, the more the mystery surrounding Jade Cargill's attack intensifies. Fans are on the edge of their seats, eagerly waiting to hear Rhea's side of the story. Will she defend herself and deny the allegations? Or will she continue to remain silent, allowing the drama to fester and spiral out of control? The clock is ticking, and WWE's women's division is on the brink of a new era, one that will be defined by this shocking controversy. The world is waiting for Rhea Ripley to speak up, but until then, the focus remains on Bianca Belair, the courageous woman who dared to call out one of the most dangerous forces in WWE. If Bianca's claims are true, the fallout will be massive. The attack on Jade Cargill was a game-changer for WWE's women's division, and now with Rhea Ripley potentially at the heart of the controversy, things are only going to escalate. The rivalry between Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley was already one of the most intense in WWE, but this new development could take it to unprecedented levels. Could Rhea Ripley's motives be rooted in jealousy over Jade's rapid rise? Or perhaps a calculated move to eliminate a future rival? As the pieces of the puzzle begin to fall into place, one thing is clear. The stakes in the women's division have never been higher. With Jade Cargill's recovery hanging in the balance and Bianca Belair putting herself directly in Rhea Ripley's crosshairs, the next chapter in this story promises to be nothing short of explosive.